The early window of week 5 is over and done with, and we're learning a little bit more about a lot of the top teams in the NFL. This is your early window check-in, and I want to focus on the Denver Broncos, who I think showed a little something. Sean Payton addressed his team in the post-game locker room, and his main point was you have to be able to play when things aren't perfect. And the Broncos punted on 7 of their first 8 possessions. Looked like they really couldn't move the ball in the Eagles' defense. They're on the road. They've got a long trip to London in front of them. And I think this is one of those situations, it's one of these scenarios where you find out a little bit about your team and you find out a little bit about the coaching staff's belief in the players. And so I think the Broncos found out about their team in the way that they were able to methodically march down the field on that first drive to get the score down from 17 to 10. And then the 3-play sequence, which I think showed something about the coach's belief in the players. You have the 3rd and 15 after the offensive pass interference call where Bo Nix is making a high-level throw down the field to Cortland Sutton. Cortland Sutton picks up 34 yards. Then you make the play to Evan Ingram for the touchdown on the next play. And then Sean Payton shows belief in his players in going for 2 in that situation to make it 18 to 17. And then after that, I think you find out something about the character of the team and the 4-minute drive they went on that cut it from a little over 5 minutes to a little over 1 minute, forced the Eagles to use all 3 of their timeouts. The ability to move the chains, the ability to get themselves going when things hadn't been going well, I think says a lot for where the Broncos are right now from a program standpoint. They had a couple tough losses early in the year where I think they would say they shot themselves in the foot a little bit, losing to the Colts on the road. That, of course, you remember the leverage penalty at the end of that game. And then losing to the Chargers 23-20. That was a tough loss too. But this is a Broncos team that now feels like maybe it's starting to live up to the expectations that it had for itself earlier in the year. And I look at this as a potential turning point. The schedule softens up a little bit from here. They've got the two New York teams the next 2 weeks. They've got the Jets in London next. I really think they play the Chiefs in the middle of November. It wouldn't stun me if the Broncos don't lose between now and then. I think that they've got a chance with as well-rounded as they are, and now how they've hit their stride out. Bo Nix is starting to play. They've got a chance to get there. So the Broncos beating the Eagles be my top takeaway out of the early window.